Hey guys, Josh's Boosters here and welcome back to another Digimon video. Today we're going to be taking a look at black, and there's actually a specific reason for that. Previously, and I guess still currently, black has been considered probably the worst out of the 6 colors currently present in the Digimon card game. However, interestingly enough, in my opinion, the 1.5 format actually shaped up into a way where black now kind of seems like it's actually a pretty decent anti-meta deck or rogue deck, because there's been a huge surge in popularity in decks like blue Imperialdramon and red-yellow Security.dek, against which black both has a really good matchup, and then specifically because of Craniamon. So today we will be taking a look at the Craniamon black deck, and even more specifically like a budget variant, because I know a lot of people don't want to spend a lot of money into the game, or don't have the means to spend a lot of money into the game but still want to play, and I really think this black deck I'm gonna be showing you guys is quite a good strategy to take to a tournament and actually perform quite well with it, even though the Shine Greymon matchup is not the best, but we'll talk about that a little bit when I'm showing the deck list. This is a budget list, no Alter S, so it should be pretty affordable for most people anyway, and I guess let's just hop right to the deck list. Alright guys, let's hop into the deck list here. As you're probably used to by now, let's start with the Digi-Tamers. Fairly basic, I want to say. I'm playing 4 copies of Craniamon. I still think this is the best one. It gives the inheritable of your turn. While this Digimon has reboot, it gets plus 1000 DP. Synergizes really well with Agumon you see here, which gives every Digimon on top of it reboot as well. And then there's of course just a bunch of Digimon in the deck that have reboot anyway. I guess it would have been slightly better if it set plus 1000 on your opponent's turn, but I think we're getting that one in the black structure deck. And then since it's a very grindy deck, we want to be playing 5 Digi-Tama, and the 5th one I'm playing right now is Tamers. We could play the one from 1.5, but that one really only synergizes with level 7 Digimon like Ragnarlordmon, so we're just playing Tamers, which says on your turn while you have another Digimon play with the same name as this Digimon gets plus 2000, so this might definitely come up sometimes. But Craniamon is definitely the one you want to see the most. I don't think there's much to explain about those. Then let's move on to the main deck, and starting off with the level 3s. We have triple Agumon here, which is probably the best one. Like I said already, it just gives reboots to any Digimon on top of it as an inheritable skill. Basically, the best lines you can build are usually with this one and the Metal Greymon I'm gonna be showing you later, as well as the regular Greymon, to be honest. Those are usually the most powerful lines, because this one and the Metal Greymon inheritable effects just really synergize very well and are very strong. Just giving reboot to the Digimon is really good as well, because a lot of Digimon in the black deck are blockers, and you know, if you attack with them you can't block with them anymore since they will be suspended, but if they have reboots they get to be unsuspended, so that is pretty nice. Then the next level 3 or rookie I'm playing is Gotsumon, which is just a level 3 blocker, which is obviously very strong. Yeah, not much to say about that, to be honest. Gotsumon is just a staple, and this deck just really needs, you know, as many blockers as you can get, because it can take quite a while to set up with the black deck, mostly because all the level 5 Digimon in the deck actually are 3 to evolve into, so pretty expensive. So you really need to be able to buy your time to set up, and cards like this are the reason why your Rookie Rush and your blue Imperialdramon matchup are so good. Then I'm also playing 4 level 3 vanillas, which are just 2 to play, which are just nice to go wide or just to extend your board sometimes, which are 2 Hagurumon. And then my personal favorite, of course, is Commanderamon for obvious reasons. So I prefer to just play 4 of the Commanderamon, but obviously this ratio is just slightly better, considering Omnimon is definitely still a card. And, you know, it usually doesn't come up, but just imagine that one situation where you have all 4 of your level 3 vanillas in play and your opponent just goes Omnimon and wipes 4 of them. That would be pretty unfortunate. And then the last level 3 I'm playing is actually Tumon here. which is the black Digimon level 3 that says all turns your opponent can't gain memory except for by tamer effects. So this is mostly just pretty good against blue still. But it's also, you know, it's not the worst against yellow, and then red also has the Biomon right now, so this card is just kind of nice. It's just the best level 3 in the deck, except for Godsumon and Toy Agumon there. So that's the reason why we decided to play the Chumon. So 15 level 3s, which is a nice number. I'll always try to play 15, 14 is really the minimum, I want to say. So yeah, then moving on to level 4s, I already mentioned him, Greymon. This guy gives as an inheritable gemming to any Digimon that has reboots. So really synergize as well with the Toy Agumon or just any Digimon that has reboot from himself. This is just the best one when you're building up your stack. Then I'm also playing 4 of the Guardamon, which is the level 4 blocker that actually it can't attack at all, but to make up for that it does have 1000 DP more than all the other level 4 blockers in the game right now. So yeah, quite nice. I mean, like I said, blockers are just very important in this deck, so yeah. And then the last level 4 I'm playing is 4 copies of Numamon. I'm not playing any Tankmon, which is the other one to evolve black level 4. The reason why I'm playing this over the Tankmon is, to be honest, just because if you happen to not draw any of your 15 rookies, hopefully you'll at least have this one. You can just hard play it for 3, which is not that bad, and then build up your stack from there. It does suffer from the fact that it loses to a single blast from Shine Greymon, and also loses to cards like Volcanic-Dramon and Alter S, which are both definitely in the format, but I think in the situation where you have to just hard play this one, those cards won't be relevant because it will still be very early game. So yeah, but I definitely think if you want to play Tankmon over this, that's definitely fine as well. But I just prefer to play this for the maximum consistency, basically. Then moving on to level 5s. Basically this is just the best level 5 in the deck, which is Metal Greymon. He has a reboot as his own skill, and then inheritable. While this Digimon has reboot, it gains Security.dek +1, so very strong in combination with the Toy Agumon. And also one of the, actually 2 of the Megas I'm going to be showing you after this. Yeah, this is just probably the best card in black, to be honest. But it does suffer from the fact that all the level 5s in black are 3 to evolve, so this one is no different. But I mean, this one is definitely worth it, it's just really good. Also, if you just build this with Greymon, you can just go swing with this, and then it has reboot from himself, and jamming from the Greymon, so you can just safely swing and then draw reboot so it can't be run over, which is very nice. And then the other level 5 I'm playing is actually Andromon here. These are all level 5s I'm playing. This is just a blocker, which again synergizes really well with Toy Agumon. Toy Agumon is just so strong, because that means you will be able to swing with this guy and then reboot, so you can use him as a blocker on the next turn. I want to give an honorable mention to this card, Gyromon, which I considered playing, but I didn't, because basically the reason I want to play is to make the Shine Greymon matchup a little bit better, because on your opponent's turn it gives your Digimon plus 1000 DP, which will make Craniamon 13,000, which will require Shine Greymon to actually have 4 Tamers on the field to get rid of it, since it does 4,000 for each Tamer, so it will be 1,000 higher than 12. However, I'm playing another card to kind of make up for the Shine Greymon matchup, but this is definitely a card you might want to play, especially if you want to go a little bit higher on your level 5 count. Then this is definitely the one I would put in the deck, but it's not in the list right now, because I'm playing another card, which I will be showing in a bit. Then, moving on to my level 6s, of course we have the boss monster of the deck, Craniamon. He is a blocker with a very good effect, which is all turns your opponent, or sorry, your Digimon with blocker can't be deleted by your opponent's effects. So Gaia Force, Volcanic-Dramon, oh well, Volcanic-Dramon obviously wouldn't hit this, but it would hit something like Godsumon. They just kind of don't do anything anymore. The thing is, Shine Greymon actually just reduces DP, and then the Digimon gets deleted by Game Mechanic, which is why this card doesn't actually protect from Shine Greymon, which is a bit of a shame, because Shine Greymon is of course a very popular deck right now. Something very interesting to note with this card is that actually when you're playing against red, it's kind of good to just hard play this, because they won't be able to get rid of it anymore, because they can't de-digivolve it with something like Alter S or Blitzgreymon, which is very funny in my opinion, so keep that in mind when playing the red matchup. But yeah, this card is just super strong. It's all the blockers just make your matchup against blue Imperialdramon very good, and obviously the very popular new yellow-red deck really focuses on destroying your Digimon with card effects, and this guy just says no, so you can just kind of safely swing into the security with this guy and all your other blockers, and nothing will happen, which is super nice, which is one of the reasons why I think this deck is kind of good right now. And then to pair with him, I'm playing double of the Wargreymon. He obviously gets protected by Craniamon. He is a blocker and he also has reboot from his own ability, so very powerful card. Just a shame he has only 11,000 DP, which in the current format is not that much for a level 6. And then I'm also playing double Craniamon just because this deck has a problem going wide actually. And Craniamon can really hit some powerful cards. You will often see that your opponent, when trying to deal with all the blockers you put up, tries to put up as many Digimon on the field as possible, so that really plays into this where you can just show off like 4 cards and then hopefully just basically for free just play an Andromon or a Metal Greymon or something like Gardamon, which is very strong. And then this guy also has reboot, so it really synergizes well with the Metal Greymon. I'm not playing any level 7s, this is just a budget deck. And you really very rarely want to evolve over something like Craniamon or the Wargreymon. I guess you would want to evolve over the Craniamon, but yeah, this is a budget variant, so I'm not playing any Alter S or Millenniummon or whatever. But yeah, a very decent level 6 lineup. I think the level 6s in black are quite strong. Maybe not as powerful as in the other decks, but Craniamon is just very nice in the current format. Then I'm playing double of the Memory Tamer tie. Yeah, he just gives plus 1000 on your opponent's turn, so it makes your blockers bigger. But I'm just mostly playing it to start each turn with 3 memory, because really this deck, you need as much memory as possible to play, because all the Digimon are so expensive to evolve into. And to pair with the tie, I'm playing triple Joe actually. So if you have both a tie and a Joe on the field, you will be starting each of your turns with 4 memory. I mean usually, because Joe says if you have a blocker on the field, at start of your turn gain 1 memory. And then if you have multiples, you can finally actually kind of start playing in this deck, so it's really nice to be able to set up multiple Tamers, which is why I'm playing 5, which is quite a lot for a non-yellow Shine Greymon deck, but I really think this deck benefits from the Tamers like no other deck, except for Shine Greymon, of course. And I'm really happy with this ratio, to be honest. You could go for like 3 tie and 2 Joe, but having multiple Joes is actually good, where multiple ties really doesn't do that much. Which is the reason why I'm playing more Joe than Tai. And then the last card in the deck is actually Breath of the Gods. Who has as a main effect, one of your Digimon gains reboot. And then this Digimon can't have its DP reduced or be returned to its owner hand or deck until the end of your opponent's next turn. So basically this plays around cards like Millenniummon, Kokaido's Breath, and Shine Greymon of course. Which is the main reason why we are playing this, because those cards are just kind of annoying against our boy Craniamon, because while he is very strong, he is weak against those specific cards. And then he has a very interesting security effect as well, which is your opponent's Digimon can't attack players for the turn, which is quite cool. Not the reason we're playing it though, but the main effect definitely is. And you can definitely do some cool stuff with this card, but I have a replay coming up where I show that off actually. So yeah, that is the deck. So yeah guys, that was the Craniamon Black deck. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment if you have like any thoughts about the deck or any advice maybe. I haven't tested the deck that much yet, but I thought it was pretty good. I also have a gameplay video with it coming up probably end of this week or in the next week to show off what the deck can do. And I mean, if you're interested in more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button, maybe hit the bell, and then I'll see you in the next one. Bye!